Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic 2006. This is the first part of the Silver wrap-up, and as you can see we're already starting sped up because wow, there is a lot of walking around with Silver in his endgame wrap-up. Because the doors are not open the way they should be, aka completely, we have to walk all the way to the end of the jungle and then go to the new city there, and then we have to walk all the way back to the Soliana Old City, which is terrible, and that's why I sped it up. Anyway, first town mission I missed is this one here, directly at the warehouse district. Just a guy standing around. As soon as he pops in, there we go. And as I mentioned before, the window to do this one is before you do the town mission to end up before the radical train mirror. If you don't do that before, then you're locked in until the very end of the game. So yeah, this is town mission 13 for the record, which means that you have to do this before town mission 11, which is the one that locks you in, and after 12, which is the mandatory one with Amy, because things weren't confusing enough. For another thing about this town mission, except for the placement, it also is really, really bad. I really don't like this one. Mostly the town missions where you just have to kill stuff are fine, but this one is an absolute mess structurally and also from what you have to do in it. As you might be able to tell, I keep constantly getting hit by worms out of nowhere, which is not fun, I can tell you that. And this first part especially looks really bad, because I'm not like super experienced with the town mission. It is still an S rank, so that's something at the very least. But as you can tell, the worms here do a lot of things that they don't often do otherwise, especially because in the levels they're often on very narrow platforms where they didn't get programmed to use their dive move. Here, however, they are very likely to just go underground all the time and then jump out while they do that, and you don't really know where they are because the effects are not finished for that, and it's just a total mess. And stuff like this happens all the time, where you walk into a new group of enemies just somewhere on the map that spawns right as you approach it, and if you are not quick enough to see their red dots on the minimap, then stuff like this happens where they just ambush you all the time. It's not fun. Why is this lizard moving sideways? Why am I not hitting him? Oh well, these are just hashtag Sonic06 things. I'm not super enthused about this, as you can probably tell, because again, it is just not fun what's happening here. Most of the combat is fine, yeah, it's like, yeah, you Psycho Shock a little bit, you throw a few things, but here it's also very inconsistent. You see this group spawning at the end here from far away, that's fine, but the big problem is mission, when you play casually, is just finding all the enemies. You have to kill everything in the warehouse district, and most of it only spawns when you get close, and so that's a big of an issue, isn't it? Again, best way to take out the big ones is to wait until they open their eye, and then you hit them with the Psycho Shock. I'm practicing my extended teleport dashes all the time. Again, keep in mind 1/60th of a second to do the input, 16 frames after you did the first input, and Jesus Christ, this happened again. I think I even saw this one coming, but the AoE is a bit too big in my opinion to really gauge it correctly, so I got hit regardless. That's great, isn't it? Oh no, please don't walk off. It's my job to make you walk off. Haha. And yeah, and then there is another two groups of enemies hidden in these corridors, which takes ages to find if you're playing casually, and it's just like, why is the mission not over yet? At the very least I can cheat a little and get 1,000 extra points just from destroying these bollards. What's the name? I don't know. You know, the traffic blockage things, because again they're worth 500 points for what is surely an excellent reason. There is more here, which is quite nice. You know, you just can get a little bit of extra points to bolster your score. For example, if the very first part of the mission went poorly, I mean, who would that ever happen to? And this is like also, it seems like they want to box you in here, and it's like, oh no, this is terrible, because now the enemies can ambush me from both sides, but it doesn't really matter in the slightest. So yeah, it's just a very poorly made mission from the very conception of it, and the combat itself is like anyway, I'm glad that I didn't get hit at the very end here, because I really needed that ring bonus. You don't really need the ring bonus if you do better during the combat. There's always going to be some dumb thing happening, so better get all of those rings. That's why I, for example, did a little bit of a detour for 10 rings at some point. And that's it. We're done with the new city until we get the silver medals here. So again, that will be the same issue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So speeding it up, it is again. One minor mercy, you always start here. Like this is a designated spawn point. This is in the middle of the map, so getting back to Soliana here is a little bit better. I wish I could hit those teleport dashes when I go down a slope, because then it's really good, but that's why I'm not a speedrunner. Just not consistent enough with them. And here we are again. Something I do here more or less out of accident, because the slowdown is so big here. It makes it easier to hit them. I think they're called teleslides. It might be the wrong terminology for what is happening, but I think that is it. Where Silver basically does the forward motion in the ground itself. Which is easier to do with the slowdown, because you basically have to hit A on the very frame after you do the jump. You can pause buffer that if you really want to. But the point is basically that you get a little bit of extra speed from your teleport dash into your walking speed for a little bit. It ends as soon as you push the stick to actually move, so you just get a little bit of extra speed here. Speaking of extra speed and speed tricks, I deliberately do not try to go for extended teleport dashes here. This one was a teleslide, but you know, it's just more or less by accident because of slowdown. Just to show that this mission you don't have to do that. However, it is rather tight from the timing, because you know you're just walking. So constant teleport dashing itself is probably recommended to beat Sonic Man. I think you can't beat him by just walking. Maybe if you take some shortcuts with hovering, but the hovers then again would probably need you to extend the hover distance quite a while by spamming the hover button, which might again not be entirely intended. So yeah. Anyway, this is just a complete non-mission. Of course, you just walk and then you win. And the only tech, if you want to call it that, is going a little bit faster with the teleport dashes, ideally up slopes, and then you succeed and get an S rank relatively easily. And I mean, we got to see the return of Sonic Man. Isn't that great? We all love Sonic Man. He's so goofy. What a meme. What a guy. And that's it. I got every single S rank in the missions, and that means we get the singular gold medal for that. Isn't it amazing? So, if you liked all of that, thank you very much for watching it. Thank you for your attention, and maybe give me a little bit of a treat, as I'm going to give you a little bit of a treat right now. You don't have to watch this, but while redoing the S ranks for Town Mission 1 and 2, I gave this one here a shot, and it worked out. It's 5 minutes of apple collecting, and at the end, there is an S rank. So, if you ever want to do this legit, just do exactly as I do. Again, thank you very much for your attention, and have fun with apples.
Ugh.